Hi guys, this is Eternal yet again. So this is going to be quite a different tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you something which is quite interesting, which hasn't got much to do with pen spinning except the fact that you can put it in a combo and it could look pretty interesting. I mean, I remember Von Curry did it. So what he did, he placed a pen inside the book and started spinning the book, and then opened it up, took the pen out, and did a combo and spun the book again at the end, I think. And so that's something that's quite interesting, and there are quite a few tutorials around YouTube, and there's bloody everything around YouTube, isn't there? So I thought, well, I'm bored and I've got a red book here which got German crap in it, and I haven't got a clue what to do right now, so I thought, right, let's do a tutorial. So the idea of today's tutorial is to learn how to spin a book. It's something that requires quite a bit of practice, which can be very annoying for parents who, instead of seeing their children spin a pen, which is already aggravating enough, see them spinning a bloody book while they're watching the television. Just trust my experience, you don't want to get involved with this and your parents. So to start off, you need to get quite a decent book, or this is alright. I mean, it's 24 by 32 centimeters. It's 100 pages, so it's not too thick, but it's thick enough. I mean, there's already junk in it, but that doesn't really matter, and it'll probably fly out any second now. So what you need to consider is first starting to put your finger in the center of gravity. So to do that, I started off learning with my middle finger, and you'll learn to use all your other fingers for various activities, but let's start off with book spinning. So you want to get it in the center of gravity, so that's pretty much there, isn't it? So you start off and you sort of move the book around to get it right at the center of gravity, so it just stalls. See, that's there, perfect. So it's just about there. So that's what you're going to be aiming, because as the book spins, your finger's going to be pushed outside, and what's going to happen is it's going to come around, and you're going to want to push your finger to the inside, and as you spin, you're going to be doing this sort of motion, and what's happening is your finger's slipping outside, and what you want to do is get it back to the center, so it gives it more motion and more speed and keeps it spinning on your finger pretty much, because that's the problem. Your finger's going to get pushed out more and more and more, and eventually it'll just spin out of control and fly over and knock a cat or something. So so that's the basic explanation of it, and as I said, it's going to require a lot of practice. I mean, when I started, I couldn't get more than this done, and it generally just slips out of control and you can't handle it, and it's something that's you're just going to have to train and train, and you last longer and longer. Book spinning, I mean, you last longer and longer as you train. So it's something that you're just going to have to sit and practice and try to move objects, like your cat, for instance, is out of the way, because it tends to get quite dangerous. So yeah, I used to practice sitting on the bed at night because I can't get to sleep, and makes less noise when it hits the ground. So yeah, it's all about having your finger there, and what's going to happen is as it spins, you're going to be moved out, and you want to move back to the center, so you're just going like this pretty much. Yeah, you're going like that to push yourself at the center. I mean, you're not going to be right at the center, so you're sort of spinning it around a bit, adding more speed, and trying to keep your finger centered. That's all there is to it. So as it's there, as your finger's on the side and it's spinning, you want to bring it back to the center, just pulling it back in, so you're out at the center, and then you get pushed back the other way, so you bring it again and the other way, and you're just being pushed all around this circular area, and you're just constantly trying to get yourself back into that center, so you spin longer and you continue getting momentum. Because that's the problem. I mean, you're going to arrive at a stage where you're losing speed or something, and that's something that you learn to control. So basically with time you can control your speed, slow down, see, or even accelerate. I told you to fly out. And even accelerate. So you see what I mean? You can just control it, and you can just slow it back down again. Slowly. There you go. So yeah, it's something that needs a hell of a lot of training. Too much to be mentioned. It took me ages to get to be it, because now I can basically spin it as much as I want now, and that's about, I'd say, what, weeks of training. It takes time, and it's something that is quite fun, that makes you look much less geeky in school than actually pen spinning, because that tends to get rid of your friends. And so yeah, it's just a question of practice really. I mean, it's all about getting your finger back into center when it moves out. So if it's like this, and instead of being there, your finger is there, you want to push it back in, put it that way, so then it'll spin around, and it's basically this circular motion really. One thing I forgot completely is you want to start off, get it spinning in a clockwise motion. It's like doing back arounds. I mean, it's much easier. Well, now it wouldn't be considered that much easier, but it's much easier to do a continuous back around than to do a continuous bust, because it's just that direction and it's going that way, and it just seems much easier to spin it in that back around motion than the bust motion. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Oh yeah, the throw is quite important as well. It's holding it that way and putting your hand over and going like that. So at first you're not going to move much, but at first you're not going to move much, but you'll try and get the feel for it, and try to. It'll be slow, it'll be shaky, but you try and get yourself into that center, and eventually with practice you'll pretty much get it faster and faster in the center, and be able to handle that center better and better, and eventually you'll just be able to do it nice and easy. So yeah, I hope this has helped. It's completely unorganised, I haven't prepared it at all, mainly because I couldn't be asked and I just thought of it now. So if you've got any questions whatsoever, feel free to send me messages. I'll try to reply to them. I haven't always got the time, but I try, and or just comment, because I read all my comments and I tend to reply to them much faster. So yeah, if you need anything, just tell me. So this was Eternal from FPSB, yet another English tutorial. See you soon.